have master programs in luxury hospitality. So this is one of the master courses that actually don't focus on fashion or design, but in the hospitality industry. You know that luxury brands also diversify their businesses by having luxury spas or hotels, cafes, restaurant. So actually, the hospitality business, it's also related to the fashion industry, and this is why we have decided to specifically design business courses related to the hospitality. These are in Paris. The Paris one is customer experience management, so the management of VIP clients in the hospitality facilities, and the one in Milano focus on the brand management for hospitality. So the idea is to become a brand manager, a communication manager, brand strategist, or a senior luxury service manager, for example. So these are the masters that we have, and of course we don't have a bachelor in this case for the luxury hospitality. We only have master courses. Also in Milano Design we have 2 new master courses: master degree in digital design for immersive experiences, and gaming and virtual reality. Gaming and virtual reality, of course, is related to the design of video games, and opportunities is to become 3D designer, virtual reality designer, designer for games, or digital art director. For the master degree in digital design for immersive experience, the ideal outcome would be to become a digital interaction manager, content production, working for content production companies, retail and shopping experience designer. We also have a new master in Milano for product design for human-robot interaction. So let's say the students will be able to create the aesthetic of the robots, and to combine this with the cognitive requirements of the robot. Implementing robot functions defines the robot functional structure, and also, let's say, design the robot's semiotic features. So the face, let's say, how the robot interacts with the humans through the face, through the expressions of the face. And this is a master course that is happening only in our Milano campus. We also have 2 years masters, because you know that all our masters are 15 months long. They include 3 months internship. So let's say that ideally our masters are 1 year and 3 months. But we also have 2 years masters in fashion design innovation, and the Master of Arts in communication design in Milano Design. Fashion design innovation specifically concentrates on the innovation of the fabrics, innovation of design, the digital design that is more and more common nowadays. So yeah, these 2 masters also, we only have it in Milano, not in the other campuses. The great news that we have from this year is that we have an MBA course in London. So this course is only in London, and it is actually an MBA in digital transformation and leadership for fashion. So implementing all those structures and softwares that bring innovation to your company. The career opportunities, for example, as we see here, is to become a digital analyst, a transformation analyst, CRM performance analytics manager, and a digital strategist in general. What is nice about the MBA is that we have also professionals of the industry that interact with our students, give them let's say, suggestions on how they can build their own businesses, and the students with the best project actually wins the investment of stakeholders that decided to invest in this project. So we actually have had a winner last year, a Chinese student, and she's received the investment, and she already kickstarted her business recently. So this is a great opportunity for those students that are already at senior, at a later stage of their career. They already have a business, they already have a project, they already have a company, and they would like to have help, insights, and funds to, let's say, build and kickstart their company and their businesses. Let's go back to the entry requirements for the masters. Let me check where is the slide. Okay, here. So for the master courses, we need, of course, a signed personal statement, a CV, 2 reference letters, the university degree, the bachelor university degree, the portfolio for the creative courses, which is 10 and not 6. For the bachelor is 6 creative ideas, for the master is 10 creative ideas, and level 2, B2 of English. Yeah, I think this is it. These are all the requirements we need. And of course, for the MBA, for example, or for the business masters, we don't need the portfolio. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions about the masters, the application, perhaps. Another thing I have to mention is that after the master, and of course also after the bachelor's, you can extend your student visa for 12 more months. In all the countries, in London, you can extend it for 24 months. So basically this will help the students that would like to find a job in the country that they have studied in to stay in that country, in this case, for example, in London, for 2 extra years in which they don't have to have the work visa. Basically, they can extend their student visa for 2 more years, and during those years, you are allowed to work 40 hours a week, which is a full-time job. So you don't need the invitation, the sponsor of a company. You can stay in the country and work legally in the country for 2 years. Here, actually, I can show you some a final slide of the brands we work with. Of course, in the master programs, we have the best projects because the students are senior, so they are able to take care of better and more structured projects for the brands. But as you see, we work with major luxury brands of the industry, and this is our job placement rate, 91%, meaning 91% of the students find a job within 1 year of graduation, 70% of them work in a luxury or high-end, in the high-end industries, and 30% they build their companies, their own companies. If you want, I can show you the testimonial of one of our students, which is very interesting, actually. She found a job. After Istituto Marangoni, she studied the interior contract design, and she decided to give us the testimonial of what she did and where she found a job now.
My name is Marie. I studied at Istituto Marangoni towards my master in interior contract design. Throughout my time at Marangoni, we had the opportunity to have a mentorship with the star architect Carlo Colombo, which taught us a lot about the real world and also gave us the opportunity to work on an incredible project that happened in real life. In my job now, we work in the field of branded real estate. So I work on projects with companies such as Lamborghini or Elisab to create residential projects around the world. I get to support the team on various different functions, ranging from concept design phases, but also to support on the business side.
Yeah. I also remind everyone that we have a great career team in every campus. So before finishing your bachelor's and master's, you are welcome to get in contact with the career service. They will help you with your CV, with your portfolio, with mock interviews, suggestions on how to pass the interviews with luxury brands, for example. And we also have a platform which is called Simplicity. Through Simplicity, the students have the possibility to send their CVs to many companies and a list of companies that they have job openings in that moment. Simplicity, it's basically LinkedIn, let's say, for Marangoni students, and ideally 80-90% of the job offerings in Simplicity are for brands like Versace, Ferragamo, Dolce & Gabbana, Elisab, and the ones we have mentioned throughout the presentation. Let me know if you guys have questions for me.
Many questions, Sylvia.
Many? Ah, fantastic. Good. I like questions.
Okay. Our candidate for January 2026, she
Yeah.
have a question. May I ask if the 10 creative ideas should be submitted during the planning stage, or do they need to be developed into a complete project? Do you understand?
Yeah, perhaps the question might be related to if the 10 creative ideas belongs. Okay, so 10 creative ideas actually doesn't mean that you have to create a 10 collection. It can be a collection of 10 outfits. So as long as you have 10 outfits, it's fine. They can all belong to the same collection. So it doesn't have to be 10 different collection. The design, I mean, the outfits can have the same inspiration, the same research, for example, but then you have 10 different outcomes. So it doesn't have to be 10 different, let's say, collection. It can be also 10 different outfits belonging to the same collection. If this was the question, if let me know if I answer the question.
I have another question. I would also like to ask about the application requirements for students enrolled in the international program. Are there any additional or specific requirements for them?
No.
Do you understand?
Let's say depends. So for the master programs, you mean?
Yes. Yes, because I have many Vietnamese students. Now they are students at international school. You know, SAIS or Wellspring or Renaissance in Ho Chi Minh, for example. So they would like to know if they apply to bachelor or programs in Marangoni, may they have the requirement, special requirement for the kind of this student.
Okay. So from international schools,
maybe
depend
they
on...
because maybe they learn in Vietnam in IB, you know, IB International.
Yes, I know.
Yes, baccalaureate or A level. Yes.
Okay, yes. So for the IB, we need a total score, final score of at least 24 for the Milano campus, and at least 26 for Paris and London. So as long as you have your final diploma, and your final diploma total score is at least 24 for Milan and 26 for Paris, London, and Dubai, you are good to go. You are eligible to go for a bachelor in Istituto Marangoni European campuses in Dubai. From A-levels side, you need to have at least 3 A-levels related to the creative subjects, at least 3 if you are doing the A-levels. And American high school, yes, for the American high school, you need to have the A-levels. So the American high school final diploma is not sufficient to be eligible directly for a bachelor degree. You need to have the A-levels or, those ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your answer, and I will see. Okay, in Vietnamese. Các bạn ơi, các bạn có câu hỏi ấy, thì trong cái phần trả lời vừa rồi của cô Cynthia ấy, các bạn có thấy đã đáp ứng đủ những cái thông tin mà các bạn mong chờ chưa? Các bạn có muốn hỏi thêm một chút gì nữa không? Okay, I see other question. Wait a moment. Oh, many questions.
Good.
Yes, but I think they can find the answer in your presentation.
Yeah, I know, but
Yes.
It's always useful to repeat.
One student, she has a bachelor in fashion design in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So her question is, she would like to have more information about academic programs in Istituto Marangoni in Paris. What are the unique aspects of the fashion business program at the Paris campus compared to other institutions offering similar programs in the regions or internationally?
So basically it's also related to what we've said before, so the connection with the industry. If you want, I can also show you some of the projects that specifically our Paris campus does, so together with the students, so you can have a look at what is happening in Paris, which is basically collaborating with major luxury brands and famous brands in Paris, and this is where we differ from other universities. Let's say the hands-on aspect. Other universities are more academical. They focus more on the academic pathways, like the normal way, let's say, of intending the university, while we focus more on the project side. So you will have 20 hours a week that you will spend in classes learning in different subjects. You will spend 20 hours for different subjects, but also you will have the project side, and this involves also some weekends sometimes and late afternoons in the campus, because the projects, the hands-on part, the practical side of Marangoni is what then takes more time and other universities don't have. Let me share my presentation on Paris specifically. Also, I remind you, we have great mentors in Paris, like Giambattista Valli. Giambattista Valli, not just with his brand, but he himself is a mentor of Paris. He meets with the students, he has lectures, he has interviews in the campus together with our students, and our students are able to, meet directly with these leaders of the industry, ask them questions, learn directly from them. Another great mentor we have in Paris is Olivier Rousten, the creative director of Balmain. He is also a mentor in Marangoni, Paris, and the same. So basically both Balmain as a brand and he himself work with our Marangoni students. We arrange different talks, different days of the year where we invite him in the campus to meet with the students. Balmain, of course, super famous, especially recently in France and worldwide. One example of other projects we have in Paris is with Cartier, specifically for the Master in Fashion Product Communication, Digital Media and Fashion Styling. Then we have Roger Vivier for the Bachelor in Fashion Styling and Creative Direction. So what I mean is sometimes students, in this case, they design, for example, an advertisement campaign, because we're talking about fashion styling courses. So in this case, they create, for example, an advertisement campaign for Roger Vivier. It depends really on what Roger Vivier or the brand in that moment is in need of. These are projects that they are not just to occupy our students. These are projects that the brand really needed developed. They really need what they are asking to our students, and then the projects also are realized. So our students design, take care of the project, and the brand then realize what our students created. We have also a collaboration with Chloé for the Master in Fashion Luxury Brand Management, Christian Lobotan for the Bachelor in Fashion Design. In this case, the project can be the creation of a capsule collection for Lobotan, for example. Monogram, Paris. Monogram is a pre-loved website and application where people can actually buy second-hand luxury items. and we also work with Monogram for example, for the master in fashion styling and omnichannel. Lancel, another great brand we work with. Schiaparelli for the BA in fashion styling. Fondazione Asedina Laia, which is very popular nowadays. Kilian for the fragrances and cosmetics. Yves Solomon. We also have Jacquemus. Jacquemus is super famous now in Europe especially, but also in Asia. It's picking up really quickly. We also have the Fashion Luxury Brand Management Master collaboration with Jacquemus. And Castelbaja. We also have Missoni for the fashion design. So also here can be the creation of a collection for Missoni. And for the fragrances and cosmetics, we work with Symrise. Symrise is the major producer of scents and flavors since many years. And it's the biggest one in the world. And let's say that many brands, let's say when they have to develop a scent or a perfume, they ask Symrise to develop it. So brands like Dior, Chanel, when they create new perfumes, Dolce & Gabbana, when they create new perfumes, they ask Symrise and their team to develop these scents and fragrances. So we work directly with Symrise for our fragrances and cosmetics, bachelors and masters in Paris. We also have the master in jewelry, which is supported by l'École, the school of jewelry and arts in Paris. But yeah, so this is how we differ from the other, let's say, schools in Paris. If you check the other schools, the other universities, they definitely don't have this academic offer with including so many projects with this level of brands. Let me know if I answer your question. And we also have a new building, as I was saying before. Here you can see some pictures. It's in the 16th arrondissement, which is the luxury district of Paris, next to Champs-Élysées, and near very international headquarters like Balmain, Cartier, Louboutin, Alaïa. Here you can see some pictures. Yeah. I think your microphone is off. I cannot hear you.
Okay, I have another question from my student. Does the school offer any specific direction or focus for students who wish to pursue careers in luxury fashion, entrepreneurship, or transitions into marketing and management?
You mean which course this person can take, this student can take, which kind of course?
I think she would like to know what we can do for students who would like to develop the careers in luxury fashion, entrepreneurship, or marketing and management. Yes, of course. You can tell them about our specialization discipline, for example.
Yes, so we have both, depends on which level you are starting from, but we have both bachelor's and master focusing on the business side, as I said. So for example, in terms of masters, we have a fashion luxury brand management, which focus on the general management of a luxury brand. But we also have communication, digital media, business courses that focus more on the marketing side, for example. So it really depends where the students want to focus on. I can show you the page of our website, for example, where you can find our masters. And you can go also directly there. Let me share. Okay. Here we have all our academic offer in terms of masters, luxury brand management, omnichannel and e-commerce, the fashion startup for students that already has their own project, their own brand, let's say their own companies, and would like to understand how to build, how to kickstart their business. This happens only in Milano, actually, not in other campuses. Product management, focusing on the product, buying and merchandising, and promotion, communication, and digital media. So this one is focusing more on the marketing side. This buying and merchandising is focusing on the merchandising side, becoming a buyer, for example, deciding, for example, what the stores need to sell belonging to your collection. The product management is taking care of the product, so from the realization, from the concept, the design, but actually from the production side, so sourcing the suppliers, the factories that can produce the products that you want to produce, the supply chain, the warehouse management and stuff. Omnichannel and e-commerce is focusing more on the experience of the customers when they engage with your brand. So omnichannel is let's say it's something related to make the customers always feel always have the same experience from every touch point. So from the website to the local offline store to the application that you can download from the App Store, for example, the customer always have let's say the same experience, the same journey from every touch point. And luxury brand management is the general management of a luxury brand. So these are the different courses that we have and you can focus on. And we also, during the courses, as I said, you have the chance to work with major brands of the industry. This is where you create your network of connection, where you build your network of connection, and this will be useful for you when you finish Marangoni to find a job. Besides that, we have also our career service that can help you finding a job through Simplicity, the platform that I mentioned before, where we match students and brands with the job offerings in that moment. Let me know if I answer your question, if I understood the question and I answer.
Okay. I am typing my answer to the other student.
Oh, okay.
Yes, many questions. I have other question for you. Do international students have opportunities to participate in real life projects, research, or collaboration with fashion brands during their studies? I think, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course. So absolutely, the classes are made of international students. Actually, for example, if you go to Italy, we have classes of Italian students that will study in Italian, and all the international students will be in international classes together with the other international students. So both of the classes actually receive the same treatment. So let's say that absolutely the international students will have the chance to engage with local high-end brands throughout their experience in Marangoni. Yes, absolutely so.
Okay, I have another question from Ming, one student. Are there any scholarship programs for international students studying for a master degree?
Yes, during the year we have two main scholarship campaigns. One is the main scholarship campaign, which we can call it like, let's say, early bird, which usually starts 1 year before the courses start. So we have two intakes per year. One is January and one is October. So let's say if you're going for the October intake, usually we have the main deduction campaign the year before or 10 months before. So ideally around December, January. And this main deduction campaign, basically, we evaluate your documentation, your entry, the documents that you submit as the entry requirements, and is up to 5,000 euros or 5,000 pounds if you go to London campus. Then we also have branded scholarship. This year we just closed, for example, a scholarship with Vogue. Vogue was offering up to 50% of the tuition fee for one or two students worldwide. And this is project-based. Usually the branded scholarships are project-based. The student will have to develop a specific project which is, let's say, is communicated by the brand, in this case Vogue. So Vogue communicates which kind of project the students need to do, and the best project, usually the first best and the second best project, win up to 50% of the tuition fee.
Many questions for you today, Sylvia. Sorry, I hope you
it's
are
okay.
Yes, okay. This question from Dũng, okay, one student. Excuse me, I would like to ask, if I enroll in the master's programs in fashion business, will that typically be time to work part-time during the courses? If so, could you please specify approximately how many hours per week the academic schedule involves? Thank you very much. Do you understand?
Yes. So absolutely, yes. With a student visa, you are actually entitled to work 20 hours per week. So it's a part-time job. You know that usually normally a normal, let's say, full-time job is 40 hours per week. With a student visa, you are allowed to work 20. So if you want to engage in a part-time job, definitely you can. According to the schedule of the classes, you can then decide which days and hours you would like to work, up to 20 hours per week. Yes. So a part-time job.
Okay. And other question. Okay. Only student for master. May I ask regarding the brands you just mentioned? If I enroll in the master program, what opportunities would I have to work with these brands, and in what form would does the collaboration take place? Sorry.
So the opportunity.
I think it would have more details about the collaboration between Istituto Marangoni and our brands partner.
Yes, so the brands that I just show you and the project that I show you, actually they happen, they are let's say they happen with everyone. So basically it will be a group project. So the student is never alone working with this project, with these brands. And perhaps there is someone that should, let's say, close the microphone. But yeah, so I was saying they are group projects. So the student, together with the other students of their classes, will take care of this kind of project, and it's already included in your master course. So remember as well that the master students always have, let's say, the most advanced project, because we are talking about senior students and the students that can take care of most advanced project. So usually the best projects goes to the master students, and every class has a different project with a different brand. So 100% you're gonna work in a project with a brand that we have selected together with the other students in your class. Then let's remind everyone that in the master course, you have 3 months of internship included in the master, which is mandatory for you to receive the degree. And this 3 months internship is always with a brand that we select. Actually, we match you with. You don't have to look for it by yourself. We give you a selection of brands. The students will send their CV, their portfolio, everything that is necessary for the application, and then the students will be then matched with a brand. So, 100% you're gonna work with the brand, and you're gonna have a 3 months internship with a luxury brand.
I would like to know, in the master programs, does the master program include elective courses that allows students to personalize their study according to their career orientation? If so, what are some examples of these electives? Do you understand?
Okay, so usually no, we don't include elective courses. Mainly, basically, all the students will go through the same subjects and the same same subjects. So there are no elective courses, to be honest. But this doesn't affect the tailoring, the way we tailor the course to the student, because as I said, we have 20 students per class. So, for example, in the fashion design master or even the bachelor, there are some students that in the same class, one would like to focus only on the accessory design and another one on the creation of a normal collection. So since the students are very few for each class, the teachers can really focus on each of them and give them a dedicated mentoring for what they want to do. So if someone want to focus only on accessories, he can definitely do so, even though the other students in his class are doing something different. So the course is really bespoke on the needs of the students. For the fashion business courses, for example, we have students specifically for the master, which are a little bit senior, a little bit older. They already have perhaps their own companies, their own businesses, on an idea of the business they would like to launch, but they are not there yet. They are not at that level yet. So in the fashion business masters, we have cases of students that came to study, for example, fashion luxury brand management, and then together with the teachers, the teacher basically was their mentor. They help the students really create from the ground up the business plan to launch their brands. So they dedicate their time to each of the students in a very one-to-one specific bespoke way. So if you're coming with an idea, they're going to focus on your project specifically, on your idea specifically, in a very tailored way. So this is how we, let's say, we bespoke the courses on the students. So it's very personalized, even though you cannot select the subjects. There are no elective subjects, but it's very personalized because of the way the class is created and the way the students create a very good interaction and relationship with their teachers. Let me know if you get my answer.
Yes, and the last question, the last question for you. Okay, if I have graduated with a bachelor's degree in fashion design, and with this degree, am I eligible to directly enter the master program at your school?
Yeah. So usually, if you have a bachelor degree with credits from any validated university in the world, you are eligible to access a master degree, a validated master degree with credits in Europe. So make sure that you have the degree and you have the credits, because there are some universities, colleges that sometimes they release a diploma, they don't release a degree. So basically to those diplomas you have no credits connected to the diploma. So we need to have at least a degree to allow you to go for a master degree in Europe. In Italy, we also have non-validated programs for those ones who are coming from no-validated bachelors. So if you're coming from a diploma and not a degree, a bachelor diploma, you will be able to go for a master diploma in our Italian campus. This is not available in London and Paris and Dubai, for example, but in Italy, yes. So you can actually go for a master diploma in Italy. The class is the same as the master degree class. So it's the same class. Nothing changes in terms of education. You will get the same level of education of the master degree students, but at the end you will receive a diploma and not a degree, because you are coming from a bachelor diploma and not a degree.
Okay. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you for this marathon. But I'm very
That's
happy.
good.
Yes, but because I'm happy to tonight we have many students and they have many questions about our school, Marangoni.
Perfect. I loved
yes.
it. Welcome you all to Istituto Marangoni.
Yes, and we have many potential
Join
students.
us soon.
Yes.
Great. Very happy. If you need me anytime, in the future, for a one-to-one orientation with your students, with one of you guys, just let me know. You can connect with Pam, and she will book another orientation meeting with me if you need me for more questions that you might have.
Thank you, Sylvia. Now you can
Thank you.
sleep. Thank you.
Should I go? I go? I leave?
Yes.
Okay,
Leave.
perfect. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your attention. It was nice to talk to you guys tonight. Have a good night.
Yes, have a good night. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.